Hello, and welcome to Symbols and Synchronicity. We run a channel and corresponding website where we investigate, analyze, and explain the spiritual and symbolic meaning of the world around us. And since, at the time of publication, it's the fall, there's no better time to talk about the spiritual meaning of falling leaves. So, grab a beverage of your choice and maybe a tasty snack and settle in while we break down the spiritual meaning of falling leaves into 4 easy-to-digest points. Meaning number 1, endings and renewal. Deciduous trees are an excellent symbol of the cycle of life. And what makes them such an excellent symbol is the fact that they shed their leaves as winter approaches before regrowing them in the spring. So, that meaning is pretty straightforward to decode. Falling leaves can represent the beginning of the end of a phase in your life. Don't fret, I know that sounds quite ominous. But it needn't, because remember, we're not just talking about endings, we're also talking about renewals. Therefore, if your encounter with falling leaves does represent an end, it also represents something fresh and new that will grow to replace whatever it may be that ended. Meaning number 2, the shedding of knowledge. Throughout history, across the world, from one culture to another, trees are commonly seen as strong symbols of wisdom. As such, we can interpret falling leaves to represent the shedding of knowledge. This can be a good thing or a bad thing. It really depends on the knowledge, or maybe it's better to say, the ways of thinking that are being lost. For example, it can be bad when valuable cultural knowledge is lost to time. But on the other hand, it can be good when old-fashioned ways of thinking that might be holding us back are consciously and deliberately rejected. But for you, it's important to remember that broader change comes with changes in knowledge and understanding. The falling leaves remind you to move with the ongoing march of progress. Meaning number 3, enriching the next generation. The gardeners among us know just how valuable leaf litter can be for growing strong, healthy, and vibrant plants. This is because when a tree drops its leaves, it is returning some of the energy and nutrients it took up all summer long as it grew. So, in essence, a tree is creating a fertile base for future trees and future plants to grow abundantly when it sheds its leaves in the autumn. And that's the spiritual meaning we can take from seeing falling leaves, that perhaps we should worry less about ourselves and maybe focus more on what we can do for the next generation. Reflect on how your experiences and knowledge can be used to encourage the growth and thriving of younger people in your life. Meaning number 4, connection to the sun. Trees are utterly dependent on the sun for their energy, and it is their leaves that absorb the sun's bountiful energy. As such, leaves have come to represent the loving warmth and almost limitless energy the sun provides us. However, when the tree's leaves begin to fall in the autumn time, it comes as a symbol that, for a time being at least, the sun's warmth is going to fade, while the winter months take a hold of our lives. And so, falling leaves can be a symbol of the importance of the summer months that, sadly, are now behind us, and a warning to prepare for more difficult months ahead. But, as we pointed out earlier in this video, while wintertime might be challenging, the promise of spring is always just around the corner. Well, we've covered all 4 points, and so we're coming to the end of our video on the spiritual meaning of falling leaves. So, let's summarize what we've learned. The spiritual meaning of falling leaves emphasizes the cyclical nature of life. Falling leaves signify the end of a phase, but not as a negative omen, rather as a precursor to new beginnings. These fallen leaves urge us to shed old ways of thinking, embracing change for personal growth and resilience. Just as leaves enrich the soil for future generations, we should reflect on how our experiences can nourish and support younger individuals. And remember, we should value the summer while we have it, but prepare for the winter before it comes, while remaining forever grateful for the hope spring provides. Thanks for coming along with us and learning about the spiritual meaning of falling leaves. We appreciate your support. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving our video a like. You can also subscribe and enable notifications. That way you can see our future videos explaining the meanings and symbolism found in the world around us. Take care now, and see you next time.